broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another awesome episode of Sense8 After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am your host, Alexis Torres, here to talk about some awesome stuff about episode 11. I got this. Just turn the wheel and the future changes. I hope I did that correctly. Guys,
very nice.
I need to introduce these awesome people next to me because they are my beautiful brunettes and I have to say it. Cameron Lewis.
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron Lewis at the Only Cam Chef, Twitter and Instagram, and this guy right here.
What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava at Nicholas Grava, Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me all over social media as atorres890. Guys, I am so excited that you guys are here to talk with us. I can already see everybody in the chat. Garrett, Pretty Duchess, Dave are here, Gail, and a bunch of other people. Pamela, of course.
Pamela.
And we love the fact that you guys are here commenting every week. We're going to read off a couple comments from the YouTube episode last week. Cameron's got the iTunes reviews. Nicholas is going to be paying attention to the chat, and we really appreciate all of your feedback. But if you haven't done it, go down to iTunes, find AFTERBUZZ TV, find Sense8, or any of the other after shows that you love, and don't forget to rate, review, and comment. So, now I got that out of the way.
There's the business.
I wanted to definitely do that because you guys were super, super supportive last week with our craziness about the birthing song that Nicholas had.
That's not. It was a communal.
I loved
it was communal,
It was a
but you
communal
started
song.
it. You started it. The genius came from over there.
Okay, I'll take that.
So,
yeah.
but now to pick.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm wrong.
Okay.
but more genius comments I want to get from you guys is what did you guys think of the episode?
Great episode. Although,
Oh, not.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
no,
Not?
I'm gonna say good stuff. It was a great episode, but you know, it's that feeling of when you get to the end of a great book, which I don't read, so I don't really know for sure, but I think this is it. No, I'm kidding. You know when you get to like the last chapter
Yes.
and you feel that it's thin, so you're enjoying it, but half your mind is like, don't flip, oh no, don't flip, oh no. You know what I mean? So that's what I
That was almost another song. I felt it coming up. No, I
Yeah.
completely agree with you. I especially as the episode ended, I was like, they're gonna wrap this up somehow next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
I know
get
that we've been
that.
counting down since the start, and I didn't realize, like, holy crap balls, we have the finale of season 1 is next week.
Yes, but again, we said this last week, and we can reiterate it this week. We can take some comfort in knowing that there will be a season 2 now.
Yes.
If you weren't here for our last episode, we definitely talked about that in our news and gossip section that we have season 2 coming up. So,
By the way, on the YouTube chat, Pretty Duchess 17 says she loved the song from last week.
Oh.
Whisper Tragedy said the birthing song was the greatest thing. I wonder if Whisper Tragedy is the Whispers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Are you-
Possible.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Don't look in his eye.
don't look in his eyes or her eyes. We don't really know.
That's true.
which
We
one's which.
don't know.
But let's jump into this episode because there was a lot to talk about. So obviously we have started from last episode where Riley has woken up from the hospital and Yrsa is hanging over her. So this is another thing I wanted to pick your brains about was that I don't really know now because Jonas did briefly come into the episode this week. And we know that the Whispers are obviously standing next to him and asking him questions. So do we actually think that Jonas is not helping them? That's what I'm confused about.
I'm really confused.
I think I'm very confused,
Okay.
but I'm also going to make a very bold statement that he is helping them to the best of his ability while still saving his own life.
Okay, so he's pretty much playing a double agent.
He could,
Because he doesn't say the exact words.
Right.
Yeah.
and he does say that they are coming, and he has helped them in the past. He is the reason they are alive. So I think he's helping them get to the best of his ability. But he could. The big thing, the crazy thing, but also helpful thing to do would have been to take himself out. That's the noble thing to do that we've seen so that people can't track him through them.
I think
What?
Cameron thought that was a little too...
I'm sorry, we saw it in
little too
episode
hardcore.
1. That's why she killed herself. What, Angelic?
I do that like in a group text
Angel,
message.
you're correct.
Throw my phone. I'm done.
I
Saving
take
everybody.
myself out so you can't get to anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's staying alive.
I mean, I just wanted to let you know, because I can't really tell if yours says like, hey, Riley, you're gonna die. And I was like, okay, that's really helpful. Thanks a lot. And then Jonas is also kind of just like, I'm gonna tell you what I can, but that's it.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really know if they're really helping them or they're just kind of like, you're on your own.
The other thing I was thinking about, too, because I was a little bit back and forth between both of those sides of the spectrum. If you're helping a person out, are you, like, hooked up to wires? You know what I mean? If Jonas and Whispers were really on the same page, like if he was really
that's
into
true.
his,
That is pretty true. That
would he
I
be
didn't think
hooked
about
up
that.
or something, or would they just be chatting?
And would he be threatening with? He had like a needle up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I was
not just
trying
like, hey, Cam, what are they saying? Well, tell me what. No, I would. He's like forcing.
Yeah, I think he's a good. I think he's a good guy.
All right, I just wanted to. I like what Shweta said in. Again, I always feel bad because I feel like I butcher your name. Jonas is like bait. So
Yeah.
that's the best thing that I wanted to think, but I wanted to get a better opinion of it because I couldn't really tell, and I didn't want to feel.
I was very confused after
confused.
watching that scene.
Yeah, it was very strange. I was like, I can't really tell what you're trying to do, but. So we know that she's obviously in critical condition. We don't really know what's going on with her. We just know that it was just a little bit overwhelming, and so her body just couldn't keep up with it, I guess.
My mind never went at the end of last week's episode thinking, oh my God, she's going to be in a hospital. They'll figure her out.
Me too.
I didn't even think
too.
of that. And then when we cut to this episode.
Well, where would she be?
I thought that they were
When she
going to go
fell-
to like, oh, you okay? And she's like, oh, sorry, I just.
But I never thought.
fine.
I never thought. Oh no!
eBay had a fire sale.
Even if I thought hospital, I didn't think. Oh, they're gonna do tests and see
Right.
that homegirl's got a crazy ass brain.
No, it's. I mean,
Expanding.
yeah, that was. I mean, I was really worried about that when she.
What, Cam? What?
I just love the
can't
science
even
behind
right now.
when they were looking at like the graphs and stuff. They're like, what's on? They're just like, it's bigger. It's,
Oh my God, so big.
did you see this? It's bigger. Come look. Like,
Yeah, you think they would be a little bit more, yes, wowed, but also like this is really serious.
Well,
not
that's
just
why
like, oh.
I play into the fact that they've seen this before,
I
and they were kind of like,
believe.
"What's happening? Is this happening again?
Yeah.
It's bigger this
Yeah.
time."
I don't know. I find it hard to believe that they can even see this on some kind of scan.
That's also a fair point.
Again, completely made up universe where we're speculating in a real world environment.
What?
Clearly.
We do it every episode. It grounds the show.
Yeah.
It really does.
Totally. Well, speaking of that's just kind of keeping it on the ground and kind of grounded is Neats is really. I am loving her even more every episode because the fact that when Nomi was talking to Will about how trying to get them out or trying to figure out how to get Riley out of the hospital and how they were kind of going back and forth and she's like, what's he saying? Is that the cop? Who is that?
Yeah.
And then I love how like she's like, oh yeah, he got suspended. Great.
Hashtag
like,
relationship goals right there. If you can date a person
Real.
who is literally asking which person you're talking to in your head.
But I mean, that's how I
Like-
feel if someone loves someone who has like multiple personality disorder. I feel like that is someone, because I know someone who is like that, and you're kind of like, oh, who are you talking to, or who am I talking to now? And they're like, oh, it's this person. It's like, okay, so have you eaten dinner? Like, you know, like they just kind of, it's part of their normal lives. But I feel like because it was so quick that having Neats just be like, so who are you talking to? Sorry, I'm really distracted. With
Is
Neats,
there music playing in the background?
There is.
Okay, there is.
Somebody
Okay.
next door is getting really excited about their after show. So that's what that is.
It's
You
okay.
guys hear that at home.
I
so-
agree, though. It's just full love, basically, to accept and be willing to work through that.
Did anybody freak out when they heard the knock at the door?
Yes, at the beginning, but then when they were like, someone that is looking to kill
For a
us,
fugitive,
or whatever,
yeah.
for a fugitive, is not going to knock up lately.
God, man,
For a minute, though.
if I'm Nomi, I'm like
Yeah.
nervous when a cat says something.
Well, it's just like,
meows, not speaks. That
You
I would
should be
freak out
nervous.
about.
Yeah.
How are
that.
you hearing cats talk?
Well,
Yeah, I do like. I mean, when she went, what a weapon of choice. Yeah, what a weapon of choice, though. The lighter and the spray.
no, as soon
Yeah,
as she did that, I was like,
badass.
God, Neats,
That's a great-
You're on your stuff.
That was like 8th grade fascination for me. I was like in the garage doing that, being like, whoa!
She was about to burn someone's face off, like straight
I don't
up.
want to be on the other end of
So,
that.
yeah, so of course we find out who's at the door. It's Bug who comes back, and he's talking about how the fact that the equipment that he gave her was it pinged because it was being sold or resold on the internet somewhere.
Did not trust him when he
No.
walked in.
I was really worried. I was like, why is he here? What does he want? What's his end game? And apparently he's like, it was kind of like we're even now.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you. And I love the line of, you can shoot back. You can't shoot back without any bullets. So I'm here to reload you or something like that. And I was like, whoa.
I just got sexual.
Right? I was like, whoa.
Ooh, bug, what you doing?
Look out, insect.
I mean, he did think that she was pretty hot. So
True.
Just saying. But I love how he was like, I'm here to help you, Mike. Know me. And
Such an innocent way, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't blame him. It's a hard transition. He
Right.
hasn't seen hasn't seen her since she's changed. So
Right.
it's like, ooh.
This is an interesting idea that Pamela Sledge just brought up in the YouTube chat.
Pamela.
I need Neats to meet at least one of the sensates. I never thought about that yet.
I would agree, because and then in some way it will. I know she gets them and believes her and believes Naomi, but it will just validate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit
Yeah.
more concrete.
Yeah, I completely believe you. So what I do?
No, I'm just thinking about how ridiculous that whole conversation is from beginning to end, right? Like, you're in a regular relationship, whatever, and then you're like, I'm hearing these voices in my head of 8 people that I'm also feeling everything they feel. Also, we're going to go to the hospital and run away from the cops about 4 times. Also, there's one of the people that's in my head. Do you see him too? Yeah, okay. Why don't you meet each other? It's like, wait a second.
I mean, but it would definitely help out more if the person was actually in front of them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
was like,
Totally.
hey, this is the person I've been talking to. He's the cop and he can like validate everything.
Totally. It's
That
just
would
a
be-
weird
It's rough.
freaking concept.
But I have to say before we kind of wrap up things with Nomi that I
Yeah.
love that when they showed the shot of Riley's dad playing the ukulele, which was so
Oh.
sweet. And then she's like, "Oh, she's not alone
Yes.
in here."
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
pans to Will holding Riley's hand. I was like, "Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh!" I was just.
Do things. No, not in that sense. Not
I
while
know,
she's
I know,
out
I
at
know,
all.
I know.
I don't advise. Yeah.
No, but I thought it was adorable.
Yeah.
Cameron is just like, I don't know what's happening right now.
oh my.
So Cap brings the daughter, which I'm having a hard time remembering her name off the top of my head.
Amandi?
Amandi.
Amandi. To Jella's place. Gila?
Mm-hmm.
Jella? Okay.
Yeah.
To
Jello,
his
yeah,
friend's
Jello.
place. Jello.
Jello's place.
And he's ready to settle this mess.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. And if you could read my notes, it's like, let's do this!
See,
I'm so
here's the
excited.
thing. When he was doing that, I'm saying I didn't know how. Like, I didn't know his plan. Obviously, was your expectation of what he was going to do what he did, or did you think he was going to do something
I
else?
thought he was just gonna, he's been, they've kind of had a little bit of time to
Yeah.
be able to kind of get in and out of each other to this point. So I was thinking he was gonna go in and he was just like, I know someone's gonna help me. I'm here. So let's get this over with.
I'm really happy that he
Dude.
didn't. What?
That's just risky.
Yeah. Oh,
It is.
very
It's
risky.
completely risky. But
Oh, my.
I liked his reasoning of the fact he's like, it doesn't matter if we don't like. Wolfie had the same reasoning at the very end, but I like that he's just in his mindset. He can't really move on with his life until he settles this. And
Right.
also, it's not the girl's fault. She has nothing to do with
I
it. She
re-
was
I
born into a
completely
life
agree
of
with that.
crime. So-
That was. Did you guys expect that it was going to be that they were going to pull out? I
No.
forget his name, Mr.
Yeah, I don't remember. I call
Who
him the
y'all
mobs.
referring
We're
to?
talking about the dad.
The dad.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
guys.
The bitch? You
Yeah, the
mean?
guy they
when they
kept
pulled
referring
out
to as
bitch,
that.
because I'm like, wait, did I miss a scene when they?
I thought there
took
was a
him?
woman. I thought there was a woman that they pulled
Yeah.
out, like the mom or something, or the teacher or whoever he's been taking her to. And
yeah,
I was like, that
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
I love that happened though. Actually, I mean, not for him, but
Not for the character.
But I was-
yeah,
He could get a
because
taste
it
of his
knocked
own
him down a
medicine.
peg, and I don't
Yeah.
think that happens very often without. Typically, if you knock an evil character down a peg, it's like you're just killing them.
Which I want to definitely talk
True.
about that. But if you don't know what we're talking about Cap getting into his Van Dam and driving
Oh, yeah.
to the. I love it. I called it like the what did I say? I think I said the thug meetup or something crazy like that. It was the thug's hideout.
Yeah.
and when he was greeted there, he pretty much he found the father there, and I was sitting there going, I love the fact that this big named guy who was chopping, what was it, hands off or whatever,
yeah.
is now kneeling, bloody, and sobbing.
And peeing his pants.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know.
Urination.
Yeah, like it,
all over the place.
all over the place. And I was sitting there
smells.
going, it's crazy to see someone who was, kind of a kingpin to a point now, kind of like shaking in his britches pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
His
so this is the thing, and I'm
drawls.
so happy that who said it?
Da, 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 da.
Delano. Yep, that name.
Delano.
Delano. I'm so happy. How the heck did they get him? I wish we saw that.
Yeah, I'm a little. I mean, I feel like they were outnumbered because the thugs or whoever they were, gangsters, whatever you want to call them. There was a lot of them. Even after Sun pretty much kicked everyone's butt inside the warehouse, there was more who showed up. So we don't even know how many people it took.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't show that.
I feel like it would have been too much.
I would have been like, okay.
Mark my words. They filmed that. And
oh
it just
yeah, I
never
bet
made
they were
the
just
cut.
like, it's probably
and
sitting on the
like,
cutting room floor.
we got so many episodes. No, yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm gonna mark those words.
Yeah, thank you.
Gonna mark
They
those words.
filmed that.
Filmed the bitch.
Absolutely.
But
I'm telling you, you put a machete in my hands, and this dude that has held things over
thank
me.
you,
Dude,
thank
gone.
you,
100%.
The first, so there's
Especially if there's
three
26 people
things.
pointing guns at me.
I'm
There's
so
three
happy
things.
that I'm not just crazy.
3 things I wanted
us
to bring
the-
up because I am so upset about this scene. Number 1, camera guy. Why are you sitting on the other side of the guy who has a gun pointed at his head? So if he shoots, even if it goes through his head, he's still gonna get shot. Number 1. 2, he gave you a machete in the beginning. What happens when you do that? You start slicing and dicing people. Straight up. 3, you don't leave. I know he wasn't really in control of his body, Son had it, but when you're kicking booty, you make sure everybody dies.
Thank you.
100%.
Has he never Would Van Damme do that? No.
No.
Just
Van
saying.
Damme's gonna finish the job.
So again, if you don't know what we're talking about, very heated over here.
Thank you. Thanks,
Somebody,
guys.
Jesus,
Oh my
have
God,
some
go
water.
finish the job.
So obviously,
Like men.
so that was my favorite. The favorite thing about that whole scene was the fact that he kept saying over and over. He used the word bitch. He said like men. He said it over and over. And I was like, the greatest part of that is that a woman is going to beat the absolute shit out of you.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's why I thought that he kept saying it over and over, or the writers kept putting it in there, was because of the fact that a woman was about to just kill you all.
I like that lady in the balcony, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It was just like, oh,
The most class.
Van Damme.
The most class I've ever seen in a woman before was that lady up on that balcony. If you can't tell, I am obviously being sarcastic. iTunes listeners, you can't see my face, but it's sarcasm.
So good.
But no, so of course, Cap comes in and he's hesitating, but he's mostly in his own head. But before Sun gets even involved, I called it. Didn't I call it?
What?
Sun gets a visit from her brother. Her brother shows up and
You
says,
did call this. Holy SHIT, you watched ahead. No fucking way.
I did
no,
not watch
I
ahead.
just thought about
No,
it.
I did not. I completely called it. I've
Do you
seen
guys
enough
know?
movies.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna put it to them. Maybe they know.
Go ahead.
Do you guys believe that she called that just by guessing, or did she watch? No, yeah. Let's see. Tell us in the chat.
Or was she involved? Was she a writer? Maybe.
I was a writer. You guys caught me.
You
Are you sure you didn't watch
despicable.
ahead?
No, I swear. I can literally, you can see me now. iTunes listeners, you can't. Crossing my heart on my great grandmother's grave.
I believe
Boom.
that.
Okay,
It stinks
all right.
to say I believe
The thing
that.
is,
I
it just
do
makes
get
me
it.
feel bad
I
about
just,
myself.
No, I sat there and I really freaking thought about it. I was like, he is a jerk who all he cares about is his money, women, and alcohol, maybe drugs, I don't know. He's a party guy. Every movie that's come up, especially with the Wachowskis and anybody else, if there is somebody, come on.
That's the mindset
Come
I
on.
didn't. I
I'm
didn't.
just saying,
Anytime.
I cannot wait for, I'm assuming next episode, for Sun to get out of jail and beat the living daylights.
She almost did.
She ain't getting out of jail.
No, that's the other thing I was going to say. So
You don't think she's gonna?
No.
How the hell is she gonna get out of jail? They got no one to
There's
replace
no
her.
magical powers.
No, no,
okay.
She's
So,
gonna send
Unless the thing that she signed
That's
still
what I'm
stands.
hoping. That's what I'm hoping because technically the lawyer was there. He's a
Right.
witness.
Yo, I think you're right. I think
that's
that
but
it
that's
will.
like real thin ice
It's
though.
so
what we're talking
acute
about
of a chance.
Yeah, no. So what we're talking about is obviously when Sun's brother shows
Oh,
up and gives
Garrett,
him.
I know you're gonna take her side. I don't even trust
Get
that.
out of here,
no,
Garrett.
Dave did the same thing.
I
guys.
believe you,
And
Alexis.
pretty
I believe
judges.
her. I believe everybody,
Thanks,
Alexis.
guys.
Of course we
Thanks,
believe
guys. Oh,
Alexis.
stop it! Don't be so salty. Look, look. When
Of course we hate Nick and Cam.
You guys suck. We don't want them on the panel. Okay, no, I'm fine. Go.
I mean, I think that was actually better crying than the brother actually gave at that whole thing. That was bull crap, bull spit, everything I can think of.
the
The fact that he sat there and
story.
he's like, oh, a businessman sat there and did carbon monoxide poisoning on himself. Come on.
Hold on. He didn't kill himself. Shame killed him.
Shame.
Oh, that made me so
shame,
mad. I was
shame,
sitting
like
there
the
going
cancer.
yeah, sorry.
Also,
No.
if you're trying to like maintain your guilty persona or an innocent persona, if somebody says like you
killed him and you get
don't
angry?
go.
You would obviously get upset. Not upset, but you would be like, why would you say that? And
I
What?
didn't kill.
You'd be
No.
like,
It's like
You'd be
tapping
hysterical.
into my actor, I'd be like, what? You
Yeah,
know?
you'd be crying, actually crying, and going through that
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
No. And also, I feel like he didn't need to come down there. I mean, I'm not saying that because, I mean, that's his father. Of course, he needed to tell his sister. But I feel like there should have been more people who probably said
there would have been a
something.
process.
Yeah.
I think.
The lawyer could have showed up and like, hey, your father passed away. There's a lot of things you need to sign. But obviously, there was no call for that. And also, how come he was the only one who knew about it? Come on.
Yeah.
There's too many signs. I was like, obviously. And I like that Sun didn't give in to that. That she was just
Oh,
like,
no.
oh,
right.
gosh, no.
The perfect person to have across that table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I love that
I
she
knew
literally
she
just
wasn't buying it.
jumped over, like fully leaped over the table and was just
Dude. And,
over
oh
and
my
over.
God.
And I was like, this is the best thing I have
she had
seen.
a lot of fist knocking today.
No, and
she
I'm
was
glad.
going. Oh man,
But
I
that's
did
why
not want to get punched by her.
That's what makes the scene after that makes sense because she took
Yeah.
all of her anger and frustration and sadness and like she said, which we'll get into at the end of the episode, that's what she pretty much runs off of. So jumping back to that, Sun pretty much just comes in and she's like, call me a bitch one more time. And she lays them out. And again, I called it. Cameraman gets shot immediately because he's standing on the opposite end of the victim. Real stupid.
Yeah.
Like, come on, camera guy. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to look so good on YouTube. No.
I could be totally wrong about this, but wasn't there in the first episode or second episode, Sun had that same line, like "Don't call me a bitch
I
again"
think
or
that
something?
was in the ring. I think
Yes.
that guy.
That's right.
I think
That's right.
I think the
I'm
fighter
pretty sure.
called him that, which
Sugar,
is
yeah.
which is perfect. I mean, again, she's already angry.
Yeah.
just added more
was
to that,
just
and
perfect.
that scene was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Holy crap.
everything about it was great. I was so proud of her, and Cap, of course.
Oh my God.
But I'm upset that he didn't. There was no finishing. There was no finish him. Like that was real dumb. Yeah, like for real.
Seriously though, you don't just run away.
No.
And also, you don't have your getaway vehicle be a
That's
bus.
the
I
other-
know that that's your thing because you're Van Damme and you have your bus. And so after you drive off, people are gonna be like, "Damn, it's Van Damme."
I love that they did a close
like,
up of
yeah.
the damn part. That was pretty funny.
But, like,
With the
Go-
smoke coming out
Yeah.
too after it.
Get
but
a
I
bike or a
agree.
motorcycle or a.
But it's funny because as soon as he hit traffic, I was just like, I'm sorry. If my life hangs in the balance, I would be driving on other parts of the road real quick. And
I would
he
have
pretty much he
secured a
waited way too
helicopter.
long.
Yeah, I would not
Something.
be, or I would just be. Also, I would take a little bit of a moment just to sit there stunned and be like, like the just the pure bodies and blood and sliced.
yeah.
Yeah, that
What
was
a
pretty-
gore scene. And
But also he's lived in that.
Oh, I guess
probably
that's
before,
true.
So he probably sees this violence all the time. That's the only reason why. Because I think any of us would have been like, this is crazy. Yes.
Delano on the YouTubers chat says Capheus
Oh,
doesn't want to kill. Sun doesn't mind it.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
why
sense.
there's half dead guys. That's a fair point.
That makes sense.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I'd never thought of it that way. But see, in my brain, maybe because I am a fighter, I'm like, no, I don't want to
I'm
be
not
get
even a
back up.
fighter, but
Yeah.
I'm still like I'm a save my own life.
No, it makes sense.
First things first, I'm a realist. I need to kill if somebody's going to kill me.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's me
So-
over you. It's me.
oh man.
Just kidding.
I feel
So-
bad sitting next to Nicholas.
That's what you get. But no, so obviously he Will. I love how he came back to Kala and Will in the hospital with Riley and was like, I think I'm going to die.
That was
That was
really hit me.
extremely real for
Yeah,
me.
I
Me
liked
too.
how fast this is all happening now. Because he was like, he did a thing where he's there and all of a sudden he's like, and then he appears in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm going to die.
I think that like
Come
not to be like, beating a dead horse with the fiction stuff of this show, but that right there was the realest moment for me out of the whole season of just like he's in peril and literally when you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to die, but he knows that there are people helping him. He's like, I have to talk to them.
Yeah.
Split decision. Hey, I think I'm going to die. And Will was like, no one's dying today, and just jumped in and
But
helped
I
out with whatever he
still,
could.
even when Will was like, no one's dying today, I'm like, okay, cool. But
But
I'm
no, like,
you
think
are
about
in
it.
traffic. There is 15 dudes coming with heavily loaded
And a woman.
guns.
You forgot about her. She was there.
Who was?
The woman. The woman who was like.
She was?
Yeah, there was a scene.
What?
You
Where
didn't
was
see
she?
that? She was.
No.
Yeah,
I
you-
thought she was a fan.
No, she was.
I
there.
thought she stayed up on the rafters.
No, she showed up.
Van
There's-
Damme,
Go,
by the way,
go back and
I'm gonna
watch.
kill you.
No, go back and watch. Obviously, she probably like flicked her cigarette because when she was there, I saw a woman
nut.
with a jean skirt and that black and white top, and she had a gun in her hand. I
Did she
could be wrong.
die?
No, I think she was still there. I don't know. I remember seeing her get up and like do her little like throwing some shade face and walked off.
Girl,
when
you
he
know what
drove
you
off
up to.
the the off
Let's
ramp.
talk about that. First of all, the camera angle from above, the aerial view. Clearly, that was not
Of
the aerial
the bus?
view of the bus
Oh.
in traffic when it was like. It felt like I was watching the
could've.
news, watching a car like chase.
That's
It
why I
looked
like
so
that.
real.
That helicopter shot was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
it was killer.
Yeah. I mean, did anybody think he was going when they played chicken? Like you're like, is this guy gonna act like is he gonna
I knew
win?
he was gonna make it, but I didn't think he was going to hit the other dude. I thought they were gonna just miss each other.
Nicholas brought up a really good point. We were watching this scene.
As I
the
do,
guy get
you know. Sorry. Go ahead.
the guy like gets hit by the bus and then lands in a really soft pile of
The
things.
softest pile of things.
The fans have said it. She was driving one of the cars.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, and it says, yeah, the girl was there
Pretty
too.
Duchess.
Boom.
I swear, if you're like, oh, Britney Spears is in the back, if you say it, they'll agree and be like, yeah, y'all didn't see her, and we'll just look dumb.
No, that's not true.
But he did land in the softest area that you could. So
I thought that was so crazy how he
Yeah.
landed in freaking cardboard. I was like, really?
I don't know why. Why would that
Universe.
be?
I don't think he was hit hard enough to be knocked out.
I don't think so
it was the
because he
same-
turned the bus and he hit the side of the bus, but it didn't look like it was a fatal hit.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was my next question was, do you guys think he's dead or he's just injured? And is he
think-
going to come back?
I'm putting him in the box with Felix. It's like, I don't know, back burner. Maybe they'll come alive. Maybe they won't. Maybe we'll see them.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't.
I don't know.
They have an easy acting job ahead of them. Lay in a bed.
I mean, season 2, I don't know.
Speaking of death, though, if you're dying to hear more of the show, subscribe in iTunes.
Great segue.
To our podcast and everything else here at AfterBuzz TV. Rate us 5 stars. Comment. We'll pop up on the phone. Nicholas, you'll hear his voice right there every week. Alexis, she'll say hi to you.
I will.
Listen to us
True.
there. Follow us at AfterBuzz TV and use the hashtag ABTV.
well, I missed
ABTV
something.
Sensate. Sorry. Alexis just freaked out about her water. So
I thought I was going to spill it. I'm
really
sorry.
made me crack up. And thank you guys for chatting with us during the show. We love that you're doing that. Garrett and
Oh,
Pamela.
the bike
and
landed
all
on
these
him.
people.
See, that's what I'm confused. I don't know if he's actually completely dead or if he's just really freaking injured.
Well, what would he be?
I
his
don't think
purpose?
he's dead.
I don't think he's dead either. I just feel like he's gonna, because he's so bent on revenge with, I forgot, our mobster guy.
Yeah.
Kingpin, I'm just gonna call him that. Our Kingpin,
Yeah.
and the fact that he killed his sister, so he's like, I'm gonna kill your daughter, typical revenge plot. And then now Van Damme has really messed him up, so I'm gonna come after you and kill you. So this is where I'm worried about the mom.
Right.
Garrett is saying on YouTube, a bus still hit him.
I mean,
LOL.
no.
Yeah, but
I get
like-
that, but it wasn't head on. I'm gonna disagree with you, Garrett, this time. Oh my word, Garrett.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Agree anymore with you. Let me take this opportunity to say you're right.
Garrett, I am indifferent.
Wow.
Oh
okay.
my Lanta. Okay, so I feel like, sure, I've seen people who've been hit by vehicles and they've lived, but it's not the greatest thing.
Garrett just said, but I agree. I don't think he's dead. There we go, Garrett. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking about here?
It's gonna be okay, Nicholas.
Garrett, I love you. Okay, so oh, he is my cousin. He's going to agree with me.
guess.
Anyway, so Wolfie was trying to get Felix out. That whole thing was like,
Okay.
whoa.
I have to agree with the point Nicholas brought up. Can Felix, and I don't mean to be insensitive,
Oh no.
can Felix kind of die? Or
Wait, no, do you
something?
actually want him to die?
I just,
Like,
I'm
no,
kind
like,
of tired.
be
of-
I want
honest.
him to put 2 feet on the floor and stand up, or put 2 feet in the ground and go, I'm over this bed
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. I
Thank you.
feel you.
Thank you.
I feel
That's
you.
a Robert Frost
Yeah.
quote.
Yeah. No. I completely agree with you. I was watching and I was kind of like, this actor must be getting so much money for just sleeping.
Perfect job.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously,
is.
if he wants lines, he should have lines. But if he's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill.
This is my thing. I guess the only reason I can think why they have him alive is so that they can use him as bait for Wolfgang to have his storyline.
Yeah, but I feel like they could have him go do something else, like save Kala, or I don't know.
Sorry, Garrett was like, "What? How dare you?" But I'm like, I forgot there's a
He's
lag.
going to be the first evil sensate. Who are you guys talking about? Who? What?
I don't know. Well, we can move on. We'll recap on that later.
Wolfgang.
But that whole like hitting that man with his toolbox. And yeah. And then him rolling him in there just nonchalantly into the hospital.
Who was that guy, by the way?
Why did he roll him in? Oh,
Was he a
He's
minion?
a bodyguard or not body.
He's a bodyguard.
I'm sorry.
Bodyguard. Yeah, he's a bodyguard.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sweating. Okay. I'm sweating.
So, too much fun on this panel. He's a bodyguard or a minion thug.
Well,
person.
he's in the wrong area. He's in the parking lot.
Well, no, maybe he was taking a lunch. I don't know.
But he brought him to the.
Well, let's just say Wolfgang brought him a lunch.
Well, yeah, lunchbox and like knocked him out. Anyway, so he rolls him in.
It hurt too, by the way.
Oh my god.
He was bleeding so much.
Yeah, when he tilted the hat down, I'm like, you're gonna have to tilt a little bit lower. That ain't covering it, bro.
Gonna wrap it all around. But no, and of course the other guy obviously sleeping on the job. You better fire him. Like, what up, buddy?
Why did he roll him in there?
To look like, because it went, I don't know. Well, my first thought was like, he rolled him in to look like a nurse or something. You know how they'll do that in those type of scenes? But then he wasn't dressed like a nurse. So I'm like,
dressed like a dude that knocks someone out.
No,
and
but
put
he
him in a
can, but I
wheelchair.
mean, there are people who walk around hospitals that are like relatives, so they'll just like wheel them in like they're walking them around just to get them some fresh air.
Can he not just? Do people not just walk into hospitals?
I mean, I don't know. That's where it was weird for me. I was like, did nobody see that? Security, security.
Did
Security.
Not one bodyguard saw that. No, but like
Henchman, thank you, Garrett.
It's not
Henchman.
suspect when you're just wheeling
Thank
around
you.
a dude who has like a bloody as hell face.
Henchman. I'm going to
Not
lose my
Suspect,
mind
to
here.
answer your question.
Okay.
What? It is. Yeah. I never know what he's laughing at. Probably just things I say. Okay, so I also though, can we talk about? Oh, we kind of are. Did we just talk about this personally? Or did we talk about it on air about Jonas and if we think he's?
We talked
Yes,
about
we
it.
Sorry,
What's
my
in your
life.
cup? Oh, no, you don't even have
I'm
one.
gonna have a cup.
Oh my word.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Okay.
Does anyone pay attention to hospitals anymore?
I
Sorry.
don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, when they're looking at the brain charts, that's the only.
That's the only time. That's all they
it's
do.
bigger.
Focus.
Everybody in hospitals are just looking at brain charts. My God, it's so big.
Look how
Dang.
big it is. Do we have computers in this hospital? No, but look at the thing. It's huge. Operate now, doctor. Where's the bodyguard? Keep an eye on him.
Can't say
Wow.
anything on this podcast. Okay.
Yeah, but Felix should die.
So obviously Wolfie takes Felix to some remote hospital that he paid some
Weird,
doctor to
preppy
like.
ass like. It looked
It
like a
looks
mental
so.
institution.
It did, didn't it? And I was kind of like, "What are we in World War II? Like, why
Yes,
is your
that's
hospital?"
It was very reminiscent of that, actually.
I was
Yeah.
kind of like, "What's happening right
Yeah.
now?" So he's gonna take care of him, and he's like, "Make sure that if anybody's, if anything happens, you need to call me." And I was like, "All right, cool." That's great. So what are you going to do? And we didn't really get that to like the very freaking end of the episode. But
What do we think of his name? Conan.
oh, I saw that coming. I was just like, Conan, I didn't know that you guys liked him out there. I mean, his head's kind of big. I don't know.
I just love that waiting period when he's like, "What
It's
name
not
do you
really
want to
that
use?" And he's
funny.
like,
I knew. I was like, Conan.
"Conan."
At least he didn't call him like the barbarian or something real stupid.
The barbarian.
He's the
Call
barbarian.
him that. First and last.
So,
I'm the realest.
but speaking of, we have Kala who got to talk to her
Good for
hubby,
her.
who we found. So how do you guys feel that the father survived? How do you feel about that? He's alive. That's what they said.
Yep.
Apparently, everybody who's being stabbed
I
and
think
Are we
shot.
just scared to kill people off here?
That's what I'm
Not Game of
saying.
Thrones style.
Is
It's
there
like,
a-
you
yeah.
die, you die.
The opposite of. I hope one thing
God,
that
my
is
Boston
true.
is coming out today. It's kind of ridiculous
I
right
like
now. I'm
it.
like, oh my God.
Oh my
God,
God.
the
Oh my
Gads.
God, little fatty gads.
So if you're
So
gonna
do
die
I-
in here or what?
I feel like I'm home with
If
my
you gotta die,
family.
you gotta die. I mean, my God. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But no, I thought that was. I was kind of like, really? After
Yeah.
that many stab wounds, he lived? I mean, they said it was a miracle.
Got a lot of stab wounds.
The dude had to stab. There was like 15 people that just would stab and walk, stab and walk, stab and walk.
There was so many people. Like,
and walk.
sorry,
They hit
but
an
not-
organ.
No, they had to. Like, there's no way.
Like,
but
unless
I,
they were using
I hope that you guys
plastic
caught
knives.
that
were
fashion walk.
sporks.
Stab and walk, stab and
That
walk,
is
stab
why
and
he's
walk.
alive.
What?
I said they were sporks.
Oh, I knew it.
That's why.
Yeah.
At
It's
the
just,
time,
there's gonna be just
sporks
little
only.
marks up and
Yeah.
down there, just like.
It's-
ugh. But I love that the religion came back into play, and it was kind of like weird when the mom was just like, oh, it was because I was praying, and then all of a sudden Kala goes home. Was that her?
yeah,
her
yeah.
home, and they're all just hanging out, making a little shrine for the father-in-law.
Yeah, they're acting as if.
Wasn't that outside the
No,
temple?
I thought it was, but when she told them never come back here,
That was her
I don't think
home.
she's ridding them of the temple. She's
Yeah, because
ridding
that
them
doesn't
of
make
her
sense. It's a
home.
public place.
Oh.
That'd be really weird. No, I think it's her home, her family home, or somebody, and
And
some
they're
sort of.
worshiping her.
Well, no, and how creepy how he was just like, it was all because of you, and I was like, oh, you're creepy.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that
You
Will
brought him to
intervened
us.
and put her. I mean, I
really-
think this is the first time Kala's actually like done anything
Got
like
physical.
aggressive. Yeah, and I was just like, good for you. And he was just like, come on, let's go. Like it was kind of crazy. I was just like, wow, that was really weird.
Yeah,
Gail
because they're
Rojas.
trying to put it on her to say you brought him here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because they thought it was a ploy that
Right.
she like wanted to bring him there so that they can correlate this
Please.
this stabbing event.
Yeah, like she was in on it. I don't think so.
no,
And I think that really, that obviously is
Like
going to
she
weigh her
provided
down a
the
bit.
sporks. That didn't. happen.
Yeah.
I
She didn't
mean,
bring
you had to
it
go.
back,
You had to go
that's
find a
the
KFC to go find that sporks there too. It was to take a
Do they have them there?
Very
They do.
specific reference.
no, because that's every time I think
I
of
love
sporks, I think of KFC. Because when I was a kid, anytime I got like mashed potatoes, they would give me a spork.
I got him in elementary school. They used to give us sporks.
Yeah.
That was the last time I seen a sport.
Tonight's
Last time I-
podcast sponsored by Spork. It's not a spoon. It's not a fork. It's a spork.
What are we doing
And from KFC,
This guy.
biscuits for
applause.
everyone. Oh,
What a
Please.
radio
Oh,
voice.
now
Make
you're
it
making
stop.
me hungry.
And Angelica is definitely dead. Yes, that is true.
I am pretty sure.
Oh, they thought it was the temple.
Oh, so it was the temple.
No, I still think no.
I don't know, guys. I
Gail
could be wrong, but
Rojas says
it's kind
not
of
everyone stabbed, and it was
Okay,
all
all right.
the same hole. That's
No.
stabbed all in the
I
same
don't
place.
know. I don't think
Precision
so.
that would be.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The
No.
fact that he lived is a miracle, and two, the fact that they followed her wherever she was, whether it was the temple or her home or whatever. It doesn't matter. It was creepy.
It was creepy.
It was creepy, and I didn't like the fact that he touched her. That was like no, I don't know you like
Yeah,
that.
bro, back up.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Personal space.
the
Nipples
reaction.
exposed or not, don't come at me like that.
Right? That's hilarious.
The
is
sash
so true.
is pretty off-centered, you know?
It's not even
Maybe
off
just
center.
choose
It's
to
in
cover
the
one.
center.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do we gotta have two of them?
I don't know. I don't need both.
I don't need any.
Yeah.
Put a shirt on, buddy.
Okay, there we go.
The best part was that guy's reaction after
go.
Will / Kala. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Let's go get
Yeah,
us
nice
out of
back.
here.
He had quite the backbone.
let's get out of here.
Nipples blazing. Let's go.
Oh, God.
That's not even fun. I don't even know.
I thought that was really funny.
Okay.
It is funny, Nick.
But I'm glad
Good
that
job.
Will came to her rescue, and he said that he would always be here for her, and vice versa. And then they were in the hospital, and that's
Do we like that she told the truth? Do we with that she said that basically she didn't.
yeah, needed to happen.
And he knew.
So the other thing I want to bring
Yeah.
up is that a lot of people have been telling me and speculating. Like I think you're the one that brought it up. Maybe I don't know if it was either one of you because I didn't think this was true. That they think that what's his name? Rajan was the one who formulated the stabbing so that he can get the company. That's why he wasn't emotional about his father's in the hospital.
Whoa.
I thought you guys brought that up.
No.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
did, didn't you?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I did actually. Or
I think
one
you
of
did.
I think
Did
it either
you?
came up in the we did talk
Guys,
about this.
bring it up. I think someone brought it up in the
Yeah.
chat and we all discussed about
we
it. But
said if
like
it was a
but now
possibility.
it's like really hitting me hard. I'm like, I don't know about this. This
I
could be a
think that
thing.
might be true.
Think about it. This dude, I sorry, I'm spilled water on the panel.
See?
This dude, right, is the most, to me, when I first see him, he seems so innocent,
Rajan?
like baby face. Like, I would never think he would do such a thing. So this could be such an unbelievable character trait. If he was to do that, it would be, I think, one of the, I could see it
The
now.
only reason, that's why I'm saying that. I feel like someone who's almost lost their dad, I feel like, even though, yes, he might be a man and maybe he's like pushing his emotion down, he was way too calm.
In the hospital, right?
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing is, how do you guys feel that he knew that his dad didn't
leads me to believe that what you're saying is right.
That's why it's weird to me. You know, the fact that I love that she got angry about it too. I was like, no, her reaction was just.
She should have,
because she
definitely should have gotten.
No,
angry.
the fact that it was bothering her over and over. She was losing sleep. Obviously, you know, she was having it was troubling her.
When the hell is she gonna call it off?
I thought she did.
Time.
I thought she did.
You thought that was her way of doing it?
You think so?
I could see that.
Remember when Wolfgang was in the car?
Yes.
And he's like, you called off your wedding, but the wedding will never be off. So I feel like she tried, but I bet you he's going to force the wedding to happen. That's what was giving that to me. It's still on the internet. You can see it. I predicted this is happening.
I think the number one reason that got her to admit this was that she thought the wedding was going to be off and thought this would do it. I don't think she was really going in being like, I'm just going to be an honest human about this. She was like, I'm going to tell him because then there's no wedding and I really don't want this happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is good enough for me.
Just trying to get everything together. So, so we already talked about...
Which I think that takes us right into the Wolfgang Kala pulling up in front of the...
Yeah, I wanted to also just really, really kind of bring up the fact that Cap did make it alive and brought the father back. I love how the daughter wasn't even scathed at the fact that her father just showed up all bloody and like
She's
can't
like,
walk.
Are you okay? And he's like, I'm good. And
Like, that was it?
Yeah.
It's like, really? Because your eye and...
Yeah, your eye's all messed up. You're bleeding all over. No, you're just totally fine. I love it because like
hey,
she was
Van Damme, it's me, and we're good.
Yeah, like she was smiling and then she did a little furrowed brow and then it's just like, what happened, Daddy? Like I was like, you say lettuce?
It was a callback from earlier when we were watching. Because
there was just a scene in that neighborhood.
Oh, when they were giving each other
It's like,
lettuce.
Here, lettuce for everybody. Lettuce.
I thought they were trying to make a stew or something.
Yeah,
I didn't know what
think
was
they were.
happening.
It was probably.
But it was kind of weird how they were like,
delicious.
all right, guys, who passed the lettuce
Looked like a
around?
family recipe.
Lettuce.
It was very nice.
Leafy. I need leafy. That was a Friends
Clearly they
reference if
were
you guys didn't get that. I was
making-
looking for Leafy.
Hold up, I'm a Friends fan. I didn't get that.
Phoebe?
Hold
When
on.
she was doing that game with Chandler and everybody and they were doing certain, I think it was Jeopardy or something,
Okay,
and
we'll
she's
talk
like,
about
Leafy.
this after because, oh my, did you see the new deleted scene that we got today released?
Yes,
Okay,
it was
good.
good.
What is Friends?
God.
And how do
Who
I
are
get
you?
some?
Okay, so obviously we're gonna go to Wolfie and Kala. Cameron, you should be. No, actually, all of us were pretty freaking happy about this. Oh man,
Wolfie and Color.
they had their
Make it
kiss.
out.
The windows, I wanted them to fog up a little.
And see a hand slap
And see a
across.
hand-
What is this, Titanic? What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got
needed
that.
to happen.
It happened.
needed to
Cameron,
happen.
he was the one that definitely called it for this episode. That he said you did.
Oh,
I
I
remember.
did.
You
I
said Wolfie
did.
and Kala were definitely going to do something
Yeah.
this episode. You can look it up. Look it up.
I was happy about that. I hope it's not the last time though, because Wolfgang is walking into most certain death, and I
Yes.
hope that.
And I liked that Kala is literally feeling just absolute turmoil and sadness. But Sun, obviously, I thought it was weird that she just happened to be in Sun's prison, but it kind of made sense. I tied it all together. My favorite quote, I think, out of the whole show, I wrote it down, and it said, "This is what life is. Fear, rage, desire, love. To stop feeling emotions, to stop wanting to feel them is to feel death." Sun takes everything she is feeling, everything that matters. Now I put it in quotes. Everything that matters to me, pushes all of it into my fists. I fight for it. Exactly. Which is funny because I know a lot of people who do martial arts and they're not very emotional people, but when they have a fight, it all comes out.
They channel it.
I should try that. Putting it all into my face.
It's a little dangerous. I know because I was like that when I was in high school and I used to get into fights a lot as a kid.
Okay.
So not a real. I mean, unless you know how to do it. I mean, but then you'll end up being like Sun who's punching walls and bleeding.
Ow! Ow!
I've done that before.
You punched a wall?
do you not see these weird lines and stuff on my and cuts and stuff? I have.
We have weird lines and cuts on the fist.
Yeah,
what we're looking at now.
My knuckles.
There was one little glitch in the episode that I did see that was written online that said that Sun's hand went from bloody in the cell to when she was fighting, when she switched with Cap, no blood on her fist, and then we would go back and forth.
Well, I thought that was because she was in the head, a different, not dimension, but a different part of.
Could have been. It was written
but
on IMDb as a goof. So, don't come at me.
No, that's... Look at you.
News and gossip, Kala was cast via Skype for the role, the actress.
No way.
Yes.
That's cool.
I'm like 38%. No, I'm like 84%.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
I am 72% sure
All right,
that
well,
might not be true.
Now we got to definitely do our favorite part. Predictions for the finale, guys.
Your AFTERBUZZ
Tito Ramos said it was an okay kiss. Perhaps I built up my expectations too much. Still, I'm rooting for them, though.
Tito,
you have to root for
I'm
them.
going to follow you in on this with my prediction also. They really gave us a lot of coitus in the beginning of this season.
They did give us a lot of coitus.
And in the mid-season and the orgy and all that fun stuff. But we're not really getting a lot now. And I thought as they got to know each other more, I think I could use a little more, because these people are getting closer, but yet it seems like that's not happening. Just wondering. Kala Wolfgang, Riley Will. I need one of those. Just
I agree.
One.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll settle for that. As for predictions go, I don't know what the beep is happening. I honestly don't know. I don't.
Oh, my word.
I'm going to say that Kala and Wolfgang do the deed.
Oh, you're picking them?
Nah.
Episode 12. I think Riley and Will are going to meet each
Brown
other.
chicken, brown cow.
Let's get it on. I think Wiley and Rill are going to meet each other
them.
in real life.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Will's gonna go to her.
Will is going to go to Iceland.
And that's where the whispers are gonna
He's
catch
going
up
to
on
Iceland.
Will. Enter the circle. Kill them all. Season 2's canceled.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, hoping to all whatever religion that I can think of off the top of my head, that all 8 of them are finally gonna freaking meet up, because we talked about that.
I gave up.
Are you serious?
I honestly gave up.
can't. It's the last episode. If they don't at least show at least 2 or 3 of them together, I'm done.
That's a lie.
That's it. It'll just be the boys here,
There's
and
no
I
way
will
it'll happen. I don't
table
think it'll
flip
happen.
and leave.
No,
God, that would suck.
It won't happen, because if y'all ever tried to book a last-minute airline ticket,
Yeah.
8 people
Yeah,
aren't going
that's
to be
Do
able
you
to.
have any
That's true.
idea the miles that you have to have?
I mean, if we're
get
talking
those
American
tickets?
Airlines, no, really, I don't think they're going to meet up.
All right. Well, I'll stand. I'm hoping for my prediction.
Delta, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Maybe Virgin Airlines. But I mean, maybe not, because there's been
not,
coitus
not.
happening. But no, I mean,
I love that we thought of the same joke. Yes.
I didn't even hear it because people are saying that they're expecting some babies by season 2. I don't
Whoa.
please don't
A
do
new
that right
circle?
now. I can't do a new circle right now. Like
Macho Mom.
I'm sorry, clusters. I can't do any more new clusters right now. We need to focus on this one. There's a lot more
That's
that
a
I
cluster
need.
F.
No, seriously. But yeah, my prediction is I'm hoping that they're all gonna meet. If they don't, that's it. This will be my last. Next week will be my last show.
AfterBuzz will not have an after show.
No more. I'm just kidding.
That's it.
I'm hoping that Sun will get out of prison. Maybe not. And I hope that just we get more information about just the history of Sense8s. It's hard because it's all in one episode, but I need it.
That's
I
a
need
hefty 4-hour special.
I need a book. I need the world book on Sense8s. Like, I
Yeah,
need it right now.
I agree.
But the one thing I do need is all of you guys to definitely hang out with us for the finale, because I might bring some baked goods and maybe some alcohol. We don't know yet.
Yes,
I haven't
and
decided.
wow.
I haven't decided yet. We will see. Also, try to tweet the actors and to let them know that we
Yeah.
have an after show. I mean, and we try to do that as much as we can, but we would like for the fans to get involved and just, I don't know, maybe we can get them in here for season
Shoney.
2. So we're working on it. But guys, thanks so much for watching our awesome after show. This journey has already been a lot, and I can't believe that it's already been 12 weeks. Well, next week will be 12 weeks. Thanks guys so much for everything. Gentlemen, please tell them where they can find you.
I don't know why we're laughing.
You guys can find me at Nicholas Grava on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find
I don't know what's
at
happening
the only
right now.
camshaft, Twitter and Instagram. Really quick, I have a review.
Oh,
on
yeah, iTunes review.
from
Shout out.
Reflex123 said, "I'm so happy AfterBuzz took a shot at Sense8 because it has been so much fun watching the hosts have fun discovering all the intricacies of the concept that my friends and I have, and the shipping. Lord, the shipping! You are my people. There are way more than 8 people in my own Sense8 cluster now." Oh my God!
Wow, that's
we love
poetically
you.
written.
Oh my gosh,
We
that makes
love
me
you.
so happy.
Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for tweeting about the show, and we will see you for the season finale right here next week.
So definitely, I want to read a comment off of YouTube before we go.
Sorry.
It's from our favorite Pretty Duchess 17. This was so funny. I had to watch it again. Classical music birth. And she continues, "Oh my goodness, Nicholas, I cannot get enough of you. The 3 of you are just hilarious.
Let's
Thank you
end
so
on
much."
that point.
And I will end on that. You can find me all over social media as atorres890. You can also find me in the booth for all 3 of our channels, so you should definitely check them out. Black Hollywood Live and Popcorn Talk. We really appreciate all of your love, support, and we can't wait to see you next week for the finale. Bye, guys.
yeah.
You're all awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.